guys voted on Instagram, and this is a wig styling challenge video. I was gifted this wig at the last convention I was at and told it was a hopeless case. I don't think so, and I'm going to fix it. It's a bit of a mess, but we're going to wash it first, try and calm down some of what's going on, and then trying to style it. The first thing we're going to do is wash it. I'm just using Dawn dish soap. It takes out grease, so that means any sort of greasy hair product or anything like that is going to be coming out. It's just, yeah. Calm yourself. And here we go. It's already looking better. I washed it with hot water, that way if there's any styling in the fibers, it is now out. So next, I'm gonna do something a little different. Normally I let wigs air dry overnight for the sake of my sanity and because I won't be around tomorrow. I'm going to blow dry this one. Alright, so right off the bat there's two things I noticed. When you look closely at it, yeah, you can kind of see where the product is sort of washed out, but just kind of stayed there and left a white residue on parts of it. I'm hoping I can comb most of that out. I'm blow drying this. I highly doubt it's a heat resistant wig. That's okay. Essentially all wigs are plastic, and to reshape plastic you need heat. So even if it's not a heat resistant wig, you can still use heat on it. What changes is the temperature. Clearly, if it's a heat-resistant wig, then you can use regular temperatures that you would use on your hair to straighten it or curl it or anything like that. If it's not, all you have to do is put your straightener on the lowest setting, your blow dryer on the lowest setting, your curling iron on the lowest setting, and it should work fine. Just be super careful when you're doing it. Keep an eye out for any burning or anything like that. I have had that happen before. It's not fun to deal with. But we're going to start blow drying this. It's actually a lot longer than I thought it was, which is good, because that means if this works out, I'll have a lot to style. If it doesn't, too bad. That's okay. I tried my best. So we're about halfway through blow drying it now. You can kind of see the difference between the two sides. This one has been blow dried and this one is still kind of damp. You can see where blow drying is straightening out the fibers. It's kind of curling right there a little bit. This is the view from the back. Honestly, when you blow dry, it helps put the fibers in place. You can kind of get them started going where you want them to go if you know how you're going to style it. I'm still on the fence about who I want to use this for, so I'm not doing that just yet. That'll happen later on, when I decide where the part goes and how I'm going to do that. We are done blow drying this, and as you can see, it is already 100 times better. It needs a trim. I'm going to comb it through, get a rough idea of how thick it is, because that is also going to depend on what I do with it. I'm going to try it on, and see where it is lengthwise, and yeah, I'll get this styled. So this is what it looks like on unstyled. It's just its wonderful fluffy self. And as it needs some work. Definitely trimming up the sides. Ooh. Definitely trimming the sides. The back I'm just going to mostly leave and just shape a little bit because there isn't much left back there, and the way that it was cut was a little awkward. So we're going to be trying to layer that. Definitely layering the sides, making it a little shorter over the ears so I can put in some waves, and definitely have set pieces that are gonna be towards the front and like come in front of the ears. One thing about this wig that makes me a little nervous is that it doesn't have the traditional spots right here where you'd have a panel so you could straighten it. So that's going to make it a little difficult to find out where I'm trimming for the side parts. I think I'm just gonna pin them in place and go off of that. I was about to put this back on the wig head when I was looking at it and realized, guess what? This could work for Patrick from Eddsworld. So I think that's what we're gonna do with it. Why? It's going to be this guy, and this is our reference photo. I don't think you ever see the back of his head, so we're just gonna kind of keep it straight for now and just make it all look even. Most of the styling is going to be in the bangs anyways, and just getting the hair to lie well. So we're going to be shortening the front, adding in the side swoopy thingamajiggy, and then making the back make sense, which shouldn't be hard. We're going to be doing a lot of straightening just to get it to lie better, and then layering because we can, and then hopefully it'll look like something. So what we've done so far is we've gone through and I've added some wave to different parts of it, particularly on the sides, getting it to swoop backwards like that. And then in the back, just because it was a little uneven and I wasn't sure if I was going to ruin it or not, I flipped up the bottom as well, just to make it more interesting. I did take some of the volume out and added in a few layers just to make it look more normal. The way it was cut before was straight across. Never want to cut like that. I know you saw me cutting straight down like this to take out volume, and then trimming like this across the bottom. That takes off the length, but still keeps the wig fibers looking natural. I did the same thing on this side where I just kind of swept the sides back. I did put in the wave with my flat iron. That way, the wave will always be there. The only reason I put hairspray in there was to keep it in place. Other than that, that hair is always going to be wavy because the heat reshaped it. So the next project is going to be the front. This is going to be a bit more complicated because I have to trim them to the right length and then separate them into two different parts. The longer part and then the part that I'm going to be sticking out straight to the side. This is where we are so far. The next time you'll be seeing it is when it is all complete and hopefully looking swell. So this is trying it on for the first time. They need some work. But the rest of it actually looks pretty okay. These might need to be shorter. The back of it, not too different, just kind of all going that direction, flips up in the back. The bangs are the more important part anyways. Eddsworld. Why is the hair so dumb? What is this? Next time I'm just doing a Paul wig because it's normal. We are back with this wig. I was thinking about it and I didn't know what to do with it at the end of the last time I was filming this because it was looking a little ridiculous with the hair sticking like straight out, and it's going to be a bit more natural looking. I personally like having more naturally looking wigs. Towards hair is more natural looking. It's a lot softer. It's all pretty natural looking, and I think that's just what I like doing with wigs because I love anime hair, don't get me wrong, but I also like natural looking anime hair. So what we're going to do with Patrick now is we're probably just going to try and calm these down a little bit. They're a little crazy, so we'll probably just straighten them out a little and then see where they are. This side needs more work,
and then we'll see how it looks, and hopefully that'll be okay. Here it is. So I'm actually going to leave it like this. Because this wig was weird and it didn't have the two pieces that come down the side, I just had to leave these long and hope for the best. So if I ever do wear it in a makeup test or anything like that, it is going to have to be glued here. All you do really is get some lash glue and wait till it's tacky, then press the wig fibers in lightly, and then it stays there and it frames your face better. But for the most part, you know, I'm actually happy with how the bangs turned out. I had to do something a little unorthodox, which I've never actually done before because it makes me incredibly nervous. And that was, there's a lot of fibers like right here, and they wouldn't decide which side to go to. So I ended up just trimming them off and leaving what was left. I wouldn't recommend it, but I did it and I'm actually okay with how it looks. Yeah, all it really needed was some pins to keep it from fluffing out too far on the back. And Patrick, thanks for watching this kind of weird wig tutorial trimming challenge thingy. I don't really know what to call it. But I do have, I'm saying this ahead of time, I haven't filmed it yet, I still need to get stuff for it. I do have a Goretober video planned. It's Eddsworld. Shocker. But I am looking forward to doing it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think I've been planning this for a while. I've been wanting to do it for a while. So I'm actually super excited to do it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because surprises. Here is Patrick. That's what's going to be happening in the next few weeks, I think. And hopefully getting back to vlogging. Just need to find a day that is worth vlogging so it's not just me sitting around my house. Alright. Thank you guys for watching.